The simplest way I can put it, people, credit can take you places that your income cannot, right? You need to know redlining. Some credit strategy for some people is you're going to have to get another zip code. You're definitely going to have to stop getting secure credit cards, right? That's why I tell people I want a secure credit card, because you have to learn how to manage your money like the rich, right? You have to learn how to manage your money like the rich. And one thing the rich do not do is overpay or pay high taxes. They don't file Chapter 7 and 13 bankruptcy. They file Chapter 11. And they own nothing, but they control everything. You control things through your business and corporation. And also, they leverage income. This is why I talk to people about the home-based business versus labor income. And they don't work solo. They work in teams. They have smart financial teams. And they don't take advice from broke people. And they get coaches, right? They get coaches. We understand a personal fitness coach. We understand a coach to help you eat healthy in some cases. Some people don't. We understand a coach for sports. But people don't want to be coached about finances. And this is what I don't understand. You haven't been taught about credit and taxes in school. When are you going to allow somebody to coach you and teach you? Because it's systematically designed so you can't learn, or that you don't learn, right? So have to give yourself credit, people, because credit is queen, the most powerful piece on the board, because money or cash does not grow on trees. But it can grow from your EIN. Let me say this again. You have to give yourself credit, because cash does not grow on trees, right? But you can use cash and credit and debt to get assets, and stop using your credit and debt to get liability. Your credit can get you what your income cannot. Right? So Zeus said we need 5 more people. Good evening, Cloud. So again, I'm logging off. I got some emails and some things to do. Just want to bring you that information to you. You all have a great night. Thank you all for tuning in. And if you didn't hit the like button, go back and hit the like button. Yes, Brian is my millionaire mentor as well. He's my millionaire mentor as well in our home-based business. Queen of Credit out. You all have a great night. Monique, if you had a business account and articles of incorporation, and if it's your business, yours, you didn't buy a shelf business, if it's yours personally, you should still be able to utilize, if you still is paying your annual to keep it operable, right? It's not dissolved, right? Then you should still be able to leverage that business to get business credit. The best way to start off with perfect credit at a young age. Ayo, what's your age, Marco? Okay. Ayo, Marco, the best way to start off with perfect credit at a young age. And Madden told I was about to log off. You all. It's the number 1. Utilize someone in your family that has credit cards in good standing, and ask them, 18, and ask them to add you as an authorized user on their credit cards, right? Good standing credit cards will mean they've never paid late, they pay on time, they have no late payments, perfect paying history. Credit cards are the only tool that can be used to pass generational wealth. I didn't even think I got into this. These are the things, the 3 assets you need. 4 assets for generational wealth. The 4 things you need for generational wealth. AO, credit cards are one of them, because credit cards are the only credit tools you can use to add your children on as authorized users so they can inherit your credit history. The other ones, besides credit and a cash flowing business, I recommend my home-based business because it comes with the education and the documentation tax box that you need. It's probably going to be 5. Is real estate and insurance. All of these pass generational wealth. Real estate, insurance, credit cards, cash flowing home-based business. I think I got it right. So that's 4. Real estate, insurance, credit card, a cash flowing home-based business. So that's 4, not 5. I don't know. I'm getting a little tired. So AO, grandmother, aunt, uncle. Make sure the balance on the credit card is preferably at least 20% or 0. Maybe they use the card every month and pay it off in full. That means if they use it every month, pay it off in full, they'll never charge interest. So hopefully they're using it that way. However, make sure that their ratio, for example, if it's a $5,000 credit limit, right? If it's a $5,000 credit limit, still need queen dog. If it's a $5,000 credit limit, then they need to have a balance of less than $1,000, right? Less than $1,000. Now, the other way to build AO generational or to start off with a good credit is, let's say, for example, with Queen, everyone in my family has bad credit, right? I can't do that. The very first thing I would tell you to do, AO, is don't get in student loan debt. Please don't get in student loan debt if you cannot, if you can help it. Because what most people don't understand is it's a reason why student loan debt is the easiest debt to obtain at 18 years old. Have you ever asked yourself, how can I get $50,000, $60,000, $30,000, $40,000, $100,000, $200,000 of student loan debt quicker than a credit card, quicker than the business credit, right? Avoid student loan debt is the highest. Most people don't even ask, why can't I, get a refund on this student loan? What if my education didn't pay me out the amount? What if my return on investment, right? I got in a $100,000 student loan debt for this career, and this job, I can't even find a job in the industry in which I majored in. Mark, AO, do not file for the okie dokie of getting student loan debt. However, I do tell students this: if you want to invest in real estate and rental properties, and you're in school, and you want to use student loan debt in order to acquire real estate and rental property and assets, right? Not for you to reside in, but for you to rent out to others, then I do, because you can't get low interest rate, recommend it if you're using it for that strategy and that strategy only. But other than that, right, try to go to a community college if it's something you really want your first 2 years, where a lot of people start off with, they go right into university and colleges and pay high thousands of dollars, not really even sure of if this is what they really want to major in, but it's more of a prestige thing. When Charles, yeah, that's the link. Thank you, Jesus, for the home-based business, Mr. Davidson. And it ends up being a waste of time, because your first 2 years of college, you're just trying to find yourself, and you may not. Now, there are some young people that are sure, but when you go to college, do like the Jews do. They teach and train their kids, right, how to major in careers that's going to pay off a high rate of return. So get some counseling, consulting about what you're majoring in so they can give you a better rate of return financially. And a lot of times you can save money and pay cash by just going to community colleges first, right? I also recommend you look at some career ideas such as IT, graphic designs. That's where we are moving into 2021. And I said I was going to talk about crypto. So now, Ayo, if you don't have any family members, I would then recommend that you first get these primary trade lines. These are the link www.bit.ly/5000 trade line. The second one, www.bit.ly/5000K trade line. And then keep those for approximately 90 days, right? Buy the products off of those sites, pay them off in full by the statement closing date, not the due date, right? The statement closing date. Well, that's with credit cards, but on these cards, department store cards, they may just have a balance date reporting. I'm not sure. And then after 90 days, you want to apply for a student credit card. And preferably the student credit cards for students with no credit, right? I would not recommend that you do that with Capital One, just because of where Capital One is right now as far as cutting credit limits. So just Google 6 best or the best credit cards with students with no credit. Because you have two $5,000 trade lines already reporting, your first card will probably be at least a $5,000 credit limit. The one that I probably will recommend you try or attempt first is the Discover It Student Cashback credit card. Now, if you're an adult and you're listening to this as well, you have thin or no credit, then you probably need to take this advice and these steps as well, right? The Discover It, get that at a $5,000 credit limit. Then after you've gotten a $5,000 credit limit card, pay it on the statement date, right? And not the balance due date. And I would prefer if you paid it full off every month, because we want your first credit card to stick with you for life, because 35% of your credit score is calculated off your history, how long you've had credit. We want this to be a card for life, right? So we don't want you to get your first card and default on it or mess it up. Let me see what other card besides. You got Bank of America student credit card. I would recommend Bank of America, and also the Chase Freedom Unlimited cards, right? So get your cash back. That's if you have very thin credit profile. I also recommend at 18, highly recommend that your first or the vehicle that you get financed or you purchase, that you always purchase pre-used, right? You don't want a lemon or something that's over 5 years old, but you want a car that's well maintenance, pre-used, because vehicles depreciate. So you don't want to purchase brand new, right? And they have interest rates for used vehicles as low as 1.9%. Ayo, I also recommend as well that you become a part of Navy Federal or PenFed Credit Union if, again, you have any family members who are already members of Navy Federal and PenFed. Because we are in a recession, Navy Federal and PenFed, and those are the kings of credit unions. If you can get in, they have the highest credit limit cards. So after you get your personal $5,000 credit card, go through credit unions. They often have the higher credit limit credit cards, and use those responsibly. Pay on your statement date. Then you want to start applying for credit unions cards as well, right? Then after that, get a vehicle finance at very low interest rate, right? We don't want over 5%. And I would rather you get it financed versus paying cash for it if all possible, just to, at a low interest rate, just to start establishing good credit. Pay that vehicle. Keep your credit score high, because the higher your credit score, the lower your insurance premiums will be as well. If you're looking, or if you need of a vehicle, right? And those steps will position you to have good credit. After you maybe find for a family member support, a NAFED, and you can join and become a member and start applying for those credit cards and get high credit limits, then I would recommend that you learn business skills and principles and start applying those. Even if it's with the home-based business, we have private Zoom trainings. We have comprehensive training. It covers every part of your financial life. Again, I said the 7 pillars. The 7th one most people don't understand is taxes. You definitely need to learn the tax and business game early on. You get personal training. You can ask questions and get answered in real time, right? And it's an interactive platform with hundreds of people. And it's massive engagement. And you're a community with like-minded people, right? And you can be a part of our mentor who's earning $50,000 a month. My thing is, the best way to be a millionaire is to be connected with one in business. That's what I love too about the home-based business versus just doing one on your own, because people don't understand the importance of having a millionaire as a mentor. The mindset is different. Having access to that is different, right? Oftentimes people cannot go further than their mentor, right? So getting started is very simple. It's not a high overhead. We already have the marketing and every information of how you need to share it and expose it to people in place for you. And you can get paid every single day, right? Every single day. So also, I would recommend that you also, and someone asked me, what is my fees? Go to my website. You see it strolling at the bottom, fixmycreditandcash.com, and go to credit help. And that's how you get access to me to further give you an estimate in fees. So I don't recommend, I don't know if Ayo asked a question. Oh, I see it. Let's say I get a $5,000 card with a 5K limit and I only send like 1% or nothing at all. Does that boost your credit? I'm thinking you saying spend. Just know that no activity on a credit card, right, will eventually, I got you, will eventually result in that card closing, which will lower your credit score. And so if you have a card with a $5,000 limit and you spend 1%, I recommend that you spend your credit card on things that you will purchase anyway. And that's why I like the cashback reward cards, because in this way, you use your credit card like you would a debit card and you get rewarded for it financially, which means as prices increase all around you, right, you're getting a percentage of that back. So yes, like gas, like groceries, right? Things you would buy anyway. Oh man, I love teaching young people, because you don't get opportunity to get your brain tox. And and I coach. It's easier to teach a person that's come to you like a blank sheet of paper than it is to teach somebody that thinks that already have their mindset. Because now you have to, it's easier to teach someone that comes to you like this, right? That knows nothing than someone that have all of this in their mind and brain that you have to break through to get them to take action. So I love the innocence of teaching the youth. And so, yes, things that you will buy anyway. And then I would highly recommend, Mark AO, that you just pay it out full every month. Get in the habit of only purchasing things with a credit card that you will have the money in your checking account to pay it out full at zero balance every month and continue to reuse and recycle and repeat. I do not recommend carrying over a balance. Both links take you to my jewelers. Give me 1 second, Jesus. I also recommend that you follow this young man on YouTube. I think he's like 20 years old. Follow him, YouTube Credit Consulting. You know, he may be more relatable for you within your age group. He gives a lot of education about credit cards. He's saying he was approved for $1,500. Sam's business credit cards, $1 million in credit with Amex. So these, just follow him. He's young and you may be able to relate to him. So those are all the steps I recommend for you, young man. I wish you well. The last step is to get you a business-minded woman. Please do not connect with the lady that will be controversial to you trying to build wealth, right? You're young, you got a fresh start on life. Now, Jesus, this one takes me. It took me. This one goes to New Coast Direct. Get you a woman that's interested in financial education, because number one stressor in marriage, besides sex for men, is money and finances. Okay, AO. So Jesus, that's the one to New Coast Direct, and the other one with the K is to My Jewelers Club. You're welcome, AO. Thank you so much. And then let's discuss crypto, and I'm signing out. I wasn't planning on being on this long. So, Bitcoin, last time I is at $12,937. Is up 8% today. I have earned today, we're talking about cash flow, $1,000 from Bitcoin, up 8%. Today's cash flow from that. Ethereum is up 6%. Ethereum is up 6%. My cash flow today from Ethereum is $3,010.77. XRP is up 3.78%. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you one of my cash flowing strategies. Zcash is up 7.47%. Chainlink 6.55%. And EOS up positive 4.65%, and Cardano 3.25%. And Litecoin is lit, right? And coming in at 14.35% today. What's up with crypto? So, hey, I'm signing out for the 5th time. I think you all have a great night.